Hi everyone! Today we are making this lovely pink strawberry cake. A soft moist cake made with very fresh strawberry puree, giving it a beautifully tender texture and a rich fruity strawberry flavor in every bite. Hope you love it and happy baking! We will use strawberry puree for the cake buttercream and filling. You can use either fresh or frozen strawberries to make the puree. The differences is that frozen strawberries can result in a slightly duller color and a thinner consistency, so they may require a longer cooking time compared to fresh strawberries. Prepare the corn slurry ahead of time. We'll use it to thicken the strawberry puree. Heat the strawberries over medium-high heat. I like using frozen ones. It's quick and easy since they are already clean and stem-free. Once they start to soften and release juice, lower the heat and mash them with a potato masher. No need for a blender or food processor. Continue cooking over low heat uncovered to let the excess water evaporate. This can take a while, so be patient. With frozen strawberries, mine took about 30 minutes to reduce. Once the puree is thick and most of the water has evaporated, stir in the corn slurry until well combined. Remove from heat. Pour the puree into a shallow dish. Cover and chill in the fridge until completely cool. For the cake, make sure your eggs, strawberry puree, and yogurt at room temperature. This makes the batter smoother and easier to mix. It's important that your mixing bowl is clean. Any residue or fat will prevent the egg whites from whipping properly. The acid in lemon juice or vinegar help remove grease. Remember, preheat the oven before you start. Don't let the butter wait too long. There will be a risk of the butter collapsing. Prepare the pans in advance. Place a piece of parchment paper on the bottom of the pan, but don't grease it. You also need a larger pan to create the bain-marie, which will hold the water and support the cake pan while baking. We'll start by combining the egg yolks with one whole egg. Stir in the oil. Add in the yogurt along with 80 grams of strawberry puree and mix until the mixture is fully combined. Fold in the sifted flour and mix gently. Don't overmix. Gently folding keeps the cake light and fluffy instead of dense. Add a touch of pink food coloring. It helps enhance the natural pink color from the strawberry puree. Set this mixture aside. Then in another large bowl, combine the egg whites, salt, and lemon juice. Beat over high speed for about 30 seconds until foamy. Then I will add sugar in 3 batches every 1 minute. Once all the sugar is added, continue beating on high speed until medium peaks for about 3 minutes. Medium peaks are glossy and hold their shape, but the tip of the peaks curls slightly when the bitters are lifted. Now, I will fold the whipped egg whites into the egg yolks mixture in 3 batches. Start by adding 1/3 of the beaten egg whites to the egg yolk mixture. Use a balloon whisk to gently stir. This first addition helps loosen the batter. Add another third of the egg whites and fold again. Scrape the bottom and sides of the bowl to ensure everything is evenly combined. Be gentle to avoid deflating the batter. Finally, pour the yolk mixture into the bowl with the remaining egg whites. Fold carefully until the mixture is smooth and well combined. Make sure there are no bits of egg whites left. Use a spatula to scrape the sides and bottom of the bowl to ensure the mixture is evenly mixed. Slowly pour the batter into the pan from about 15 centimeters above to help burst an excess air bubbles. Gently run a small metal skewer or spatula through the batter to eliminate any trapped air pockets. Avoid tapping or shaking the pan, as this can cause the bubbles to deflate prematurely, resulting in a denser cake with less volume. Place your cake pan inside a larger pan and pour hot water around it, about 1 centimeter up the sides. This water bath helps the cake bake gently and evenly, keeping it soft and preventing cracks. Bake immediately in the preheated oven for 80 minutes or until a cake taster inserted in the center comes out clean. Avoid opening the oven door during baking, as sudden temperature changes can cause the cake to collapse. Once it's done, carefully remove the cake from the oven and take it out of the water bath. Tap the pan 3 times on the counter to release the trapped steam. This helps prevent the cake from shrinking too much. Then, remove the cake immediately from the pan. Scrape the sides of the pan. Turn it over. Peel the parchment paper and let it cool completely on a cooling rack. For the buttercream, make sure the butter and shortening are at room temperature before you start. If butter is too cold, it won't mix evenly and you'll get lumps or grainy buttercream. In a large metal bowl, mix the egg whites and sugar. Place the bowl over a double boiler and whisk constantly until the mixture reaches about 115 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a thermometer, you can check by feeling. When the sugar has completely dissolved and is no longer gritty, it's ready. Remove the bowl from the double boiler and whip on high speed until the mixture is thick, glossy, and white. The peaks should be as firm as possible. Pour in the icing sugar. Start mixing on low speed so it doesn't fly all over. Once all the sugar has been incorporated, add the butter and shortening into fast additions. Then continue whip on high speed for about 5 minutes until smooth and fluffy. Once finished, set aside 250 grams of buttercream for the decoration on top. Then mix the remaining buttercream with 2 tablespoons of strawberry puree, salt, and rose water. Add a touch of pink food coloring to make it pop. Mix well. The silky smooth strawberry buttercream is slightly sweet, stable, easy to pipe, and holds its shape beautifully. Once the cake is cooled, we can start assemble the cake. You can use toothpicks to help cut a cake by inserting them into the cake to mark where you want to cut. Give your buttercream a good stir with a spatula before filling the piping bag. It helps to eliminate small air pockets that could create bubbles when piping. Scoop it into the piping bag slowly instead of dumping it in. Pressing it down to remove air bubbles. This keeps your piping smooth and even. Place the first cake layer on your cake board or pedestal. Pipe about 1 cm thick buttercream on top. Spread evenly. Then pipe a 1 cm thick ring of buttercream around the edges. Spread the remaining strawberry puree in the center. Then place the last cake layer. Make sure everything is even and straight. Fill in any gaps between the cake layers with buttercream. And then apply a crumb coat. It's basically just a thin layer of buttercream that we are going to apply to the top and the sides of the cake before we do the final coat. It doesn't have to be perfect. Chill the cake for 15 minutes in the freezer or 30 minutes in the fridge to firm it up. This makes it easier to apply the final coat of buttercream without the layers shifting. And for the final coat, pipe 1 cm thick of buttercream around the sides and the top of the cake. Use a spatula to roughly smooth the sides and the top of the cake. Then use a scraper to smooth the sides completely. Clean up the top edges by gently swiping the buttercream inward. Decorate the top however you like. I like to finish mine with lots of fresh strawberries. This cake is full of fresh strawberry flavor with a soft crumb and delicious strawberry puree. It's wonderful light and fluffy. I hope you enjoy making and tasting it. Whether it's for a special day, for your loved ones, or simply as a sweet treat, this strawberry cake is sure to please and bring joy to those you share it with. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone!